my profile picture, my headline banner, and also my bio. And before, I didn't even know the difference between headline banner and bio. I thought it was the same thing, but yesterday I was able to clarify the difference between the both of them. And I also learned the visibility formula, which is show up, speak up, and also connect intentionally. So those are the things that really stood out for me yesterday. And of course, I was able to change my profile picture on LinkedIn yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Rachel. Um, who's who's speaking? Oh, okay. So thank you for that, Rachel. Fumi Abiba, please check if you can unmute. I've asked you to unmute.
Oh,
Oyoluwa,
okay.
please check if you can unmute. Yeah.
Hi, good evening.
Okay. Hi, good evening. Welcome.
Yes, this is Aureolua. So from yesterday's class, I learned that consistency on LinkedIn is defined by the person that is myself. So if I decide to show up 3 times a week, it is something that I can stick to. If I decide to show up every Monday, it is something I should stick to. Then I also learned that when asking to connect with people, I should not just send a connection request like that. I should send an introductory message. Hello, so, and I've been watching you do such and such work in such and such space, and for such and such reason, I would like to connect with you. Apart from that too, I learned how to design a headline banner that is going to attract people and tell them in very short sentences what I do and what's the call to action that they can take when they come across my page. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Oyoluwa, for that. So we'll just take the two people we because of time. Abiba, please, just in a
Okay,
minute, and
thank
then
you.
Faithful in a minute.
Thank you very much. I think for me yesterday is not
Your
only
lucky day.
is my best. Yesterday, like I have LinkedIn and I do post, but yesterday I learned a hell lot of things. I was able to change my profile picture, which have been there for more than 1 year. And I've been meaning to change it too, but I don't know why I have been procrastinating. So fast forward, I understood that opportunity should meet preparedness. That is, no matter what opportunity will come your way, you have to prepare for it. So how do you show yourself out there on LinkedIn? So you have to show people that okay, well, you are ready, you have done something, they need you. Not that not the other way around. Even though you need money, you need a job, but you have to show that okay, well, people that want to recruit you need you. They are the one missing something if they did not recruit you. And the first impression, which is the bio, the name, the profile picture, the headline banner, are also very important and key. Then I also learned that you have to fit in your achievements. You have to fit in your achievement in some section. There, people are going to understand, okay, this person is not just bragging. The person has a proof that is backing whatever he's saying. So that's just, in a nutshell, I have a lot to say, but I'll just keep it short. And
Thank you,
I've even
Abiba.
and I've tagged the Shapers Network too because I'm so happy yesterday. Thank you very much to all the organizers. Like, if there is nothing that stand out for you, I think hold my thank you, please, because yesterday it was. I hope I was. I'm anticipating today to be better and tomorrow to be better and better and better. Thank you very much. Thank you
Yes,
very much. Thank you very
thank you,
much.
Abiba. Thank you for your commitment to and your energy since the beginning of the class. Faithfully, let's have you last, and then we'll go right into today's session.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I think she said most of what I was going to say, but I think the first thing that stood out for me was talking about how LinkedIn is not just for job hunting. It's not just for when I'm looking for a job or well, because it's something that is nice. Everybody's having LinkedIn, so I should have LinkedIn too. So she talked about how LinkedIn is for you to position yourself, it's for visibility and connection. So for people to know that, oh, I am out there and this is what I stand for. And then connecting intentionally is something that stood out for me because most of the people that try to connect with me on LinkedIn, I just like accept. And then she talked about why it is just important to connect intentionally. So I want to be seeing posts from people that are in my field and not just posts from everybody and everywhere. So yes, the importance of connecting intentionally stood out for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Femi, for that wonderful reflection. Yeah, that really stood out for me too. Thank you so much. I thank everyone who has contributed and shared their key learnings from yesterday's session with us. So we move right into today's session. Our trainer is already on the call. Like I mentioned, he joined like since the beginning of since when the room was open. So Olamide please. Olumide Kolawole is a financial research analyst with over 2 years of experience covering the Nigerian capital market and the co-founder and project lead at Team Career Lifters, where he has spent more than 4 years actively engaging in Nigeria's civic and development space. In his professional role, he applies data analysis to monitor market trends, assess economic indicators, and deliver strategic insights for informed investment decisions. Drawing on his finance experience, he advocates for sustainable development through tools like green bond issuance at subnational levels and increased access to carbon credits from high emission companies. Passionate about bridging the digital divide, he has empowered over 250 youth with digital literacy and financial knowledge. A 2024 Community Engagement Exchange Fellow and ECOSOC Youth Forum delegate, Olumide believes data and education are official tools for achieving inclusive and sustainable development across Africa. At Skilled for Now 2.0, which is today, Olumide Kolawole will be training participants on data literacy for the modern workplace, understanding, interpreting, and using data. So please let's put in the chat and say welcome, Olumide. You're welcome. We look forward to your session today. Let's make him feel welcome as I hand over to him so he can share his screen. And Olumide, you are welcome. Thank you for knowing this. By the way, I already shared those materials you shared with me with everyone via email and WhatsApp in case you need their reflections on it. So let me stop sharing my screen and hand over to Olumide to take over. So, okay, yes. So Olumide, you have the floor. You're welcome once again. You have 40 minutes for your session, and then after that, we take questions and answers and all of that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So good evening, everyone. I'm assuming that. Okay, my good evening. Okay, let me just wait. Good evening to those attending this session from Nigeria, and well, good afternoon in case you're attending where your time zone is afternoon, and good morning in case yours is in the morning. Because I want to assume that this is a global training program. I don't want to assume that it's just for Nigeria alone. But that said, I'm so happy to actually be in your midst. Shippers Network Africa, thank you for putting this together. Oyi, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity as well. Just to confirm, can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Any reaction will be fine. Can you all hear me? Can you all see my screen? Hello?
Yes. There are messages in the chat. We can hear
Okay,
you on
sorry.
the screen.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So amazing. Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. And again, I welcome everyone to the session. It's going to be quite a quick one, and I really hope that we can, make best use of the few minutes that we have to spend together. All right, so for starters, I went through the what now? Pre-questionnaires, right, for this particular session. And the very last question, I think it was collecting thoughts from people. And as I saw people say they're looking forward to data analytics, and I was like, in 40 minutes, you want to do data analytics? No. But so this is what I'm going to say. The whole session essentially would pretty much be the what now? It will pretty much spike interest. Let me just put it that way, motivators, that's what I was looking for. It will motivate us for those who wants to, forge a career path in that line. I mean, I hope that what the few things that we'll share together, or the few things that we're going to do together in few minutes that we're going to spend together would help in, motivating you. And for those already in that line, it would pretty much help you confirm that indeed you're not in a wrong line. All right. So that's it. Um, so again, welcome to this session. My name, like Oyin said already, is Olumide Kolawole. And yes, I'm a financial research analyst, and my researching basically covers the capital market of Nigeria. Yes. So if you're talking about stocks and shares, talking about fixed income assets like bonds, like commercial paper, like treasury bills and all, I could be your go-to person for that. So that's by the way. All right. So what are we supposed to do in this class? So my assignment is quite simple. An easy one, I want to say. All right. So I have been asked to talk on data literacy for the modern workplace, narrowing down to we need to understand, we need to know how to interpret and also how to use data. So that's what we are supposed to achieve in this class. Hopefully we get to achieve that. So let me just do this quickly. All right. Okay. All right. So in addition to what Onyi actually said about my introduction, I'm also a United People's Global um, um, fellow. I just need to capture that period. Apologies about that. Yeah. So I am also a United People Global Fellow, class of 2025. I should, finish my program in few weeks from now. So I just needed to put that out there. And it's a very nice program, just in case you're looking forward to for leadership development and a couple of other side attractions. So this is your go-to platform as well. So that's just that. All right. So for starters, also, it wasn't included in the introduction. So my SDG goals are four. I have interest in goal 1, goal 4, goal 8, and goal 13. So this is just the goals I am passionate about. And I think what we're currently doing here would help in addressing goal 4, goal 8, and goal 1. Absolutely. Right. So enough of me, right? Okay, objectives. So what do I aim to achieve in this class? So let me put it out, we are to equip ourselves with data literacy fundamentals to thrive in any modern workplace. All right. So that's the whole objective. So if we don't get to that place, then we have, not met the objective of the class. But if you do get there, that means we give ourselves thumbs up. So what is data literacy? We just need to dig into it right away. 1 minute, please. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. So introduction. All right, so data literacy is simply the ability to explore, understand, and communicate with data in a meaningful way. So if we begin to explore data, if we begin to numbers, if we begin to try to understand what those numbers are, and or whatever figure we are seeing, whatever shape we're seeing, and if we can then, after exploring and understanding, then we can now communicate the data in a meaningful way. As essentially, we've been able to accomplish what we call data literacy. So there's a history to it. So since the turn of the 20th century, data, that's going to be 2000. Data has been the foundation of information. So every information that we have out there leverages data pretty much. So more than ever, individuals and organizations are investing heavily in sourcing and leveraging data because it essentially aids productivity. So if as an organization you aim to reach out to your customers better, you need data is quite important. So you would occasionally throw out, probably through surveys, probably to whatever means you need to, source for the data. You source for the data, you clean it up, all right, because it's coming, in different means, and then you make sense of it all, and from there you move to what? Take or make informed decision as an organization. So organizations increasingly rely on data to drive informed decision making, and the image here essentially captures this definition pictorially. So we have organizing data, analyzing data, and communicating data. So that data literacy is the intersection of these three. All right. So does data literacy really matter? All right. So that's a question we need to quickly sort out before. I need to also mention this class will have some practical session. So just, sit tight while we get to that point where we get to, get our hands busy pretty much. So does data literacy matter? So let's see if data literacy really matter. Now, I like this particular point of slide, and the reason why is because it was strategic, putting this together. I said the new oil creating magic. Trust me, I'm so sure many people on this call must have heard about the fact that, I already said it, right? The organizations this period, since the turn of the 20th century, leverages data to make better informed decisions, to be able to reach out to their customer base, efficiency, productivity, all of these things increases with data. So it's a new oil. What essentially does oil do? Oil, gives you the fuel, right? It's pretty much gives you the spirit of your engine, and also so major economic driving organs such as governance, which we'll talk about, policies, business, informal and formal, finance, credit providers, healthcare, tech, they all rely on data to ensure efficiency and improve the productivity. In Nigeria, all right, data literacy is a highly valuable skill due to the evolving landscape of Nigeria and its approach to data sourcing, storage, and utilization. As an individual, possessing a remarkable data literacy acumen gives you a competitive edge in any industry. It enhances the decision-making ability, sharpens your problem-solving skills, and ultimately increases your efficiency and output. That reminds me, I was going to say something before I even dig into my slides. I was going to say something about the slides I have, just a little practicality to what we are talking about here. So I have about 22 slides, all right, to go. But out of the 22 slides, I have about 7 of those slides not actually saying much. All right. 5 of them, or 4 of them rather, speaks about me. The one that talks about the additional information that Oyinka didn't mention The one that talked about that would come at the end of it, where I have my what now, contact address and all, basically how to contact me and all. A couple of other ones personally, that's 4. And we actually have some also that just, leads us to new slides. Maybe like the one, okay, there's also one I'll talk about enough of me. There's also one that will talk about does data literacy matter? What is data literacy? All of those things. Aha. So I have about 5 of those ones. I don't really speak much, but that really just leads us into new word slides. And of the 22, I have about say 15 or 14, 13 or thereabout that actually contains information that we need to talk about here. So from there, what I just did now, I've been able to all that I have, it's all slides I have here, I've been able to put into what? Into data. Trust me. First, I said that I have total number of slides, I have 22. The slides that talk about me are 5. The ones that don't talk about me, but really leads us into new slides about 4. The ones that really have content that we talk about 15 or 14 or thereabout, right? From just presenting that to someone, the person will make sense, can easily, tell what I have a snapshot. Basically, it's just about snapshot of what I would pretty much talk about. So you can see how data really works. It's quite interesting because it helps a whole lot. So we're going to see how it does help very soon. So types of data. So data is classified into 2 categories. We have qualitative versus quantitative. So when you want to, explain data in terms of quality or quantity, and also when you want to explain data in terms of structure or unstructured. So let's quickly dig into this for time, for lack of want of time. What qualifies the data set as qualitative versus or it being quantitative? So a qualitative data is one that describes qualities, characteristics, or categories. It is non-numerical, all right, quality, and focuses on descriptive information. Examples, colors. Um, um, I, I, I have what now? I have 100 balls in a particular bag. 10 balls are red, 20 balls are green, and all. So fine, yes, the data set might come out to be a mixture of both quantity and quality. But if I'm to just focus my attention on just the color, then I'm talking about qualitative data there. I'm not concerned about the quantity. That's what I'm trying to explain there. It could be opinion, it could be cast. So a quantitative data, just like I said already, quantity is a set, on the other hand, is one that speaks to numerical data, which means that they can be counted and measured. We have examples, weight and height and all. So that's for quantitative, or if it's either quantitative or qualitative. What makes a data set structured or unstructured? We're about to find out. So a structured data, all right, is an organized data set. It is a data set that is organized in a specific format, often stored in relation to, often stored in relational databases or tables. Examples, customer database with columns for name, address, and all. Now, an unstructured data set, on the other hand, is a data set that does not have a predefined format. Example will be images, videos, and all. Look at the image that we have here that helps us to make sense of what I'm trying to explain here. Unstructured data here, we have these images, we have the music, we have the video, we have the web. I mean, these are not really structured. They go either way. Any way, whatever way the person put it there. But if it's structured, it is always going to be conditioned to a particular format, pretty much. So we have the ones that, like the example given to us here, customer database. You would probably want to get their name, their address, their phone number, marital status, and a couple of other things. Now you are collecting for you to get a structured data set. That's that about that. Okay. Someone has a hand raised.
Abdulbaki, can you just, so that we don't interrupt the session, and because of time, can you just put your in the comments? Can you just put
Okay.
your concerns in the comments? I'll read it and reply. Thank you.
All right.
Please
Thank
can
you
go
very
on.
much. All right. So that makes it that's to explain structured and unstructured. Well, we'll always come to this, even not maybe not now, in the future and all. This doesn't. I am particular about sorry, yeah, about the practical aspect. So, like I said the other time, interpreting data. This will lead us to another slide. You know, yeah. So, tech and data literacy. Now, tech has over the years improved data sourcing, and that's the truth, absolute truth, and collection models, ensuring that data is seamlessly sourced for, collected, and refined for better understanding. All right. Um, uh, Spreadsheet applications like Microsoft Excel enabled by tech, Google Sheet enabled by tech, and data visualizing tools such as Power BI, Tableau are examples of such tools, right? That leverages tools, data leverages rather, to make sense to each reader. So with the emergence of Excel, emergence of tech tools, basically, the Excels of this world, the Google Sheets, the data visualization, whatnot tools, they all essentially help in making data meaningful to with the readers, or to whoever could be the reader in that in a moment, right? What we have, I have two images here, not the one where they're having their pleasantries, exhibited, but the one that says interactive sales dashboard. That's a dashboard, right? This must have been prepared using either Excel or what now? Power BI, So that's to tell you how tech and data pretty much helps each other. So in modern day, tech, the presence of tech has enabled a lot of things. And one of the things that it had enabled or is what? Data sourcing and collection and all. So let's just move straight into the next slide. The intersection between the okay. Only, I don't know. Let me check. Let me see. So 1 minute, please. No. Let me see. I'm trying to
Is
check
there
what
anything
Abdul
to?
Malik. Okay. You what you say something?
Yeah, you mentioned my name. Is there anything you need?
Yeah, no, what Abdul Malik, was it Abdul Malik who raised it on the other time? Just needed to confirm if there's something I need to work on. Why before it shouldn't be
No,
me
no.
just talking through the slides and not being concerned about the listeners. Did you check anything? Did you pick anything from what you want to say?
No, I didn't to put it in the chat, but he hasn't yet. So I think after your
Okay, all right. It's
session,
all good. So let's just continue then. So, what is capital market? It's quite important that we try to achieve many things, all right, with this in a few minutes that we have. So this is just an interesting one. So capital market, just in case you're just hearing for the first time, capital market is a financial market, right? It's not the regular market, but the market, okay, because buying and selling takes place there. All right. So where long-term debt or bond. So when you hear the word bond, it also means debt. Debt, like bond, what now? Loan, yeah, that's a word. So an equity securities are bought and sold. All right. So how does that data support the hustle in the capital market? I was struggling when I was preparing my slides. I was trying to use words that we can just see, and then you know what? I remember this time I was having this class, and this was just came up or popped up. So the capital market is heavily dependent on data. I told you already. With tech and every other thing has enabled, the whole period that we have now. Thank God for tech. All right. So the figures quoted by listed stocks largely informs the decision of a potential investor. By the way, I didn't put that here on the capital market, on the Nigeria exchange at the moment, we have about 148 listed stocks, equities that you can very well trade in if you're interested in coming to the capital market. So it is a dynamic market that easily reacts to numbers. Yes, okay, thus making data the fundamental piece the market leverages for growth, right? An example to consider is a transnational corporation PLC, Transcorp. So Transcorp is what you see if you're looking for this transnational corporation PLC on the NGX, Nigeria Exchange, you'll see Transcorp instead, not transnational corporation. But if you want to make extra research or further research, you would then see this. They call them ticker, all right? Now, Transcorp, which is the ticker then, the parent company of most of the companies owned by Tony Elumelu. So Tony Elumelu, one of the giants in the country and globally, has a couple of companies home and abroad. We know of UBA, we know of S Holdings. We also know, I mean, it's just extra that we know of the fact that he also owns Transcorp and Transcorp Hotel, and a couple of other ventures like that or enterprises like that. All right. Now let's try to compare values of the 2024, 2023, and 2022 audited financial statements. So just in case you're just hearing of this for the first time, once you're listed on the stock exchange, it is compulsory for you to annually, release your financial statement for your clients, for your shareholders, so that they get to at least have an insight, to the operations of the company. Oh, is this company still worthy of holding down my investment, or should I just pull out of it? And also, yeah. Analyzing transfer. Okay, fine. All right. Yeah, so from insight to action. Okay, so let me just quickly, only you said you already shared the document to everybody, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you very much. So I really hope I have it open somewhere where, okay, I think this is it here. Okay, yeah. Only can everybody still see my screen? Everything I'm showing or display?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you very much. So let me try come to this first. So okay, in the financial statement, right, of any company, what are you looking out for? You're looking out for many things. It depends on what you're actually looking out for. But for a client or for a shareholder, majorly, they'll be probably looking out for the financial what now? The income statement, the cash flow statement, or the assets to liabilities and what now? Equities statement. Yeah, I was trying to remember the balance book statement. That's a word for it. So for those who are in commercial department and all, this is no stranger. You're not stranger to all. This was an alien to you. So we have financial statement. We have three financial statements majorly. We have the income statement, and we have the cash flow statement. We also have the balance sheet statement. So income statement can also be the profit and loss statement. You want to see how profitable the company has been over the years, or has it lost money? You want to see their balance sheet, the assets compared to the liability, compared to the equities. And you also want to see the cash flow, as money and being inflows and outflows of cash, basically. So that's what we are particular about. From there, you can make so many decisions. Trust me. So yeah. All right. So let's quickly. I really hope you can do something with this. So this is a typical financial statement, and this is for Transcorp. This is for last year. This is for last year, right? So let me see. So we want to first and foremost bring out the what now? The income statement analysis. Deal with the income statement analysis using what now? Trying to what the word now? Appreciate what we've learned so far. Let me put it that way. Okay, so quickly, from the income statement, what are my target? I'm looking for the revenue. I'm looking for the operating profit, which is the net income, net profit, and operating profit, of course, and a couple of other things would be there too. All right, so let me just go straight. Most times when you check the financial statement and you were trying to look out for, where are these things located, it's quite simple. Just after the auditor content. Basically, you see that there. And you can also search if you want to search, but I would like that we try to. So this is the auditing firm for this particular company is Deloitte. So right after that, you would then. Sorry, all right. So it says, yeah, it says profit or loss, another comprehensive income. And this is also what the income statement. So this is the very first one. It might not be the first for all of them, but in most cases you have this. I told you already, we have cost of sale. Just so profit before tax is taken, and profit after tax will also be there. So which will also be could also be written as profit for the year, right? So that is that. So how do we approach this now? Okay. I mean, I had mentioned in course of what now this teaching that when I was talking about the when I was talking about tech and data literacy itself, I said Microsoft Excel, I said Power BI tool, I said Microsoft Excel, I said Google Doc. These are tools, right? For this particular practical class section that I want to do quickly, we would just use Excel to see how we get to issues of Excel or all the all the examples I gave, the Google Doc, the Excel, the Power BI, they are all called a name. Just in case you hear somewhere, they are called spreadsheets. Okay, they are all called spreadsheets. So it depends on the spreadsheet you're talking about that you get to work with. So we're talking here, we are working with Excel. So from here, I want to believe that a couple of us on the call, we've one time lay our hands on Excel. So for those that haven't, it's quite simple. This is how Excel looks, right? And up here, this particular section where we have the paste and all, we call it ribbon. This place where the green borders is located, we call it cell. Yeah, I think that will work because I'll probably be using that a lot quickly. So we want to reproduce something like this as its goal from what now? From the income statement, just something like this, using Excel, so we can, move at a very fast pace. And it's quite easy. So I would, first and foremost, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I need eight cells to fill. So I have 4 columns and I have 4 rows. Columns are the vertical, rows are the horizontal. So I have 4 columns and 4 rows to fill. So let me quickly have that. So Transcorp revenue, operating profit, net profit. So Transcorp goes in, operating revenue goes in, sorry, one more, revenue itself. So I can easily insert here. Okay, I missed that, so I just needed to update what I have. Revenue goes in, and then we have net profit. Okay, and I think here we have 2024, 2023. Well, let's see what we can do. If we can't do everything because of time time constraint, we'll just leave it in there. So from the 2024, we can extract the revenue. All right. So if you check properly here, we have 4 columns or more than 4 columns, but where it says group and company, we have 4 columns there. They're all data, right? They're all data. They're actually structured, all right? They're structured, right? Okay. You can very well pull out whatever you need from here. It makes sense, okay? You have what each value talks or speaks to, and you can use that to do your what? Your search, pretty much, and then extra whatever you need. Okay, this is a bigger bigger data set. I need something from it to form a new data set. But that's the whole idea of what we're trying to do here. So we can appreciate or understand how data literacy all works together. So revenue, yeah, I was going to say something about group and company. Most financial statement, most companies that are big, they'll come out like this. They'll have group and they'll have company. What we're particular about is most times, in most situations, is the group. Okay, we're not bothered about the company. Company is just one element because a group would have, many companies, of course. So this is Transcorp company. That company I see there's Transcorp, but the group itself, like I told you, just Transcorp caters for the Transcorp Power, Transcorp Hotels, and a couple of other companies too. So revenue for 2024, you can see 2024 is standing side by side with 2023. So I can easily get extra that. And mind you, it says 407,915,908. And on the top, we have Naira. It's simply it's telling us rather that they've removed or truncated the number, right, to this. There's actually a particular portion of it that they didn't capture, which is the thousands, basically. And we're going to capture that when we are, inputting our data. Did I copy? I hope it copies so that it saves us time. Do this. I think it did. So I can just add my 00. So that's that for revenue. What is the next thing? Operating, sorry, so that we see clearly. And then net profit. Operating revenue. Okay. So operating profit, which is also operating revenue, anyway, is right here. Okay, body written. Like I told you, what each row speaks to is written by the side, so it's easy to interpret. It is quite important that data sets are easy to interpret. Not too many colors, just something easy. I capture. If you're talking about decline most times means red. If you're talking about what now? An upward growth, it will mean green. If you're talking about steady growth, whatever you now want to use for that is okay. But not too many, not too ambiguous, not too complicating issues with data set. It's quite important. So that will be this right here. And that also has 00. Okay, sorry. Am I correct with this? I think I already imputed something I'm supposed to put there. It's quite important that you are copying the right thing for data set and all. Okay, profit. Yeah, our net profit. Net profit is the profit after tax. So there's profit before tax, and right underneath it, there's income tax, which now I also didn't mention that whenever you in financial system, whenever you see, or even Excel, we are going to see that very soon. Excel financial statement, when you see numbers in brackets, it means negative, all right? So what we are particular about is what comes right after that. That is the profit for the year. So I'll just put that there. And that also has 000. Okay, all right. So I was going to show you something just now. So if I put minus in front of this, it comes with, oh, it didn't come with that. Okay. What? Let me see. It's supposed to come with that. Just 1 minute. No. I'm coming. Okay, yeah, yes. Well, why is it coming with dollars? Okay, well, I guess maybe that's what I was going to show us about the negative sign actually. But once I remove the negative sign, it comes back to yeah, okay, I guess because I use accounting. Let me put it back to number. All right, so okay. Yeah. So this is that about that. So I've extracted variables for revenue, values rather for the variables revenue, variables operating revenue, net profit. So for 2024. And the whole idea is for us to compare 2024 and 2023 so that we can see if it's profitable to actually invest into Transcorp for this particular year. So let's quickly check that of 2023. I think I have that open somewhere too. I have it open there. Okay. So let's just quickly run through this. I told you already that it comes right after the auditor comment. So we have revenue here for this. Sorry, let me zoom in on this. So this typical. In fact, we don't even need to open 2023 because 2023 is standing side by side with, I forgot, it's standing side by side with 2024. In this 2023, you'll see that 2022 is standing side by side with it. So I have this just put here, and then I'll put my 00 there. Okay, I'm so sure for some of us that are, I mean, this is pretty much a roller coaster for us. So operating profit, sorry. Oyin, please, how many minutes do we have left? Oyin.
Yes, I'm with you. So you have 10 to 15 minutes left.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. So we can make use of that. So we've been able to get from the pool of numbers that we need to extract revenue, operating revenue, and net profit. Why are we particular about just this from the income statement? Let me open this document for us. So we see here, this is a new document. This is a different document. So there's this textbook called EduBridge Financial Analysis. And Academy, sorry. And from the material, we were told that to calculate profitability, we have a couple of ratios to consider. But I'm particular about the net profit margin, okay, which speaks to what net income, which the formula net income over revenue. So I can easily from this data set that I have calculate for the net profit margin from last year for the company, which simply would be for 2024, I would say what now? Days divided by revenue. Easily get my value. This as well. I don't even necessarily need to calculate anymore, but let's just do it granular. Let's take it bit by bit. So this also gives me my number, and I can round up using this tool here. We see where the cursor is, takes us there. Right, so that is that about that. So if we are interested in the chart that we have there, we can also produce the chart, okay? It's quite simple. So I get to highlight. So when you are picking multiple things using either Excel or Google Sheet or Google Doc, amazing thing is that the same concept that Excel operates on is similar concept Google Doc operates on. So if you grab either Google Doc or Google or Excel, you'll be able to flow with either of them. So I highlight. I may not need to highlight 2022 because I don't have data for that yet. We want to insert. I will click on insert data because what my goal is to have those bars, feature. So I come to insert. You can see I set chart already then. So you're looking out for chart, which is right here. And I click on, the options drop down and I have this. So this pops up. Okay, it depends on what you want. So something like that is this. There's something wrong with this chart, which I will quickly address quickly. Yeah. That goes out. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Let me see something just quickly on me, please. All right. Okay, I think we are on track. Okay, I think we're on track. Are we on? Okay. So I can easily name my chat. Let me just name it Transcorp Income Statement Analysis. Statement, sorry, analysis. All right, so that is that about that. I could reduce this figure if this is really looking so big, to us. We could very well reduce it. I think we have it reduced there. All right, this is 472. I think I just approximated it to what now, 2 decimal place, which can we very well do as well in this place. Um, uh, let me see if this will work easily. Okay. Someone is okay. All right. Yeah, perfect. So I just need to decimal place, and don't worry, we'll come back to all of those shortly. I'm trying to raise. Okay. Um. All right. Apologies, I may not be able to say everything, but I just want to believe that we are seeing the way the cursor is moving. And probably there will be a question and answer session. We can always revisit whatever you need, and we can always revisit that. So that's about that. So that's right. If it's 2022, you just need to input 2022 there, and then you'll be able to do the same step. I like everything together, and then go to insert, go to your chart and all. But I would like that we move straight to the same thing for the what now, the balance sheet. So I was on the what now, the sorry, yeah. So this is profit and loss, right? Underneath that we have the balance sheet. Sorry. Yeah, so this is the balance sheet, okay? It contains the assets, the equity, and the liability of that particular company. And right underneath that, you have the cash flow statement, okay? So that's that about that. Yeah. Cash flow, okay, all right. So, uh, for the two previous sheets, we were able to do what now? Bash charts. Can we just do something with this pie chart so we get to see how it works as well? So I can easily, I really hope this will work the way I want. Let's say insert, it's still the same insert, it's still a chart, and then I have this come up. All right. Okay, I can very well just limit to this. So okay, all right. I think it works, but I would like that three makes sense. It gives what we want. So this was what I did to produce what I have here. All right. So I just highlighted it all, and then it pretty much just gave me based on 100% for each of the sections of what now division that we have here. So for the 6 over 100, 36 over 100, 22 over 100. But of course, everything we know that it's a circle and also, but that's for degree anyway. But in percentage, we have 100. We will assume that the entire circle is what? Now 100%. So of the all 100, this section is 46, this section is 32, the remaining is 22. So that's how that came to be. Okay, so back to some text. So becoming data literate, what are we supposed to look out for? Ask data-driven questions, practice with real-world data sets, learn basic Excel functions. I think I already shared with Oyin as well. We have this, I shared a summary chart. Let me just, or shortcut chart, right? With Oyin to drop on the platform. Just, you could, jump on it, check it through some shortcuts. Okay, Control V. I've been using some Control P, Control V, and all and all. So for Excel, I can't do VLOOKUP here. It's not too difficult, but we might be having some lags and all. If as well, if condition some average, you see them um, um, you'll see most of them in that place. So understand the ethics and data privacy basics. Avoiding pitfalls. They don't needed in using data. Avoiding misinformation. You don't need to misinform people, or you don't need to rely on misinforming data set. Upholding integrity in reporting and presenting data. Working with data without context. All of these three things are not supposed to be indulged if we are to be very versatile in what now? In data literacy. So what has the lessons shown us? Data is indeed the doctrine that keeps the efficiency game in check and makes the world tick. And that's the truth. Data is life. Like Airtel advert would always, the jingle would always go, data is life. Data is a story of life, captured in numbers, patterns, and facts. Understanding data and how to effectively use them isn't done overnight, and that's the truth. All right, it rather requires a consistent approach and self-belief, and that's the truth. Okay, I will tell you a quick story as I stop the presentation. My Excel journey started like about say 2 years ago. Okay, I'm not yet there, but I have come a long way from what I used to be 2 years ago, and that's the truth. So yeah, I would like to leave you with this quote: without data, you're just another person with an opinion, and that's the honest to God's truth. Okay, so thank you very much. Let me just end it there for now. If you wish to connect with me, I have my this um connecting media, right? Summarized there. I almost say medium, but I know that's the singular. All right, thank you very much. I think that's the end of it. So yeah, I can join you guys back. All right. So I don't know how
Okay,
it
I think
works, Oyin.
you still should share your screen. I mean, maybe the last page or something,
Okay,
so
all
we
right, okay.
can have something for the visuals. Yes. So
Okay, no
thank you so much.
problem.
And thank you for keeping it in time. So this would be question and answer time. And so if
Yeah.
you have any questions or anything to ask our trainer today,
All
um,
right.
now this session was more practical. Please raise your hand and I will allow you to unmute as we do, and you can ask your questions. Can
Sure.
you put it on like the first, like something else aside your profile?
Yeah, sure. I will put it on.
That's connecting with you.
1 minute. Okay. Does this work?
And something that talks about the data.
Okay, I think this works, right?
Yes, it
This doesn't work.
uh,
This
there,
one.
there.
Which one? All right. Okay. Anyone?
Yeah, yeah, that works.
All right.
So,
So we're good.
so please raise your hand, and let's get right into the question and answer about data. There was someone who pointed something to me about a question in the pre-assessment about structured data. Now, what are the types of structured data? And it was like you needed some clarity about it. I'm not sure if it's in class, but if you're in class, you come and ask the
Yeah,
trainer.
that's true. There was an error. There was an error. The right option wasn't what had sent. So there was an error. It wasn't video. Unstructured will be video. I think the option C was the correct one. I saw it quite late, and I think I just said it already. I think I did. So yes, the person is correct, but it has been adjusted. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so Yayoli, you can speak. Latifat, I think you can also unmute yourself and speak.
Okay.
So who's
Thank you.
going?
Yeah, Yoli.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. We can hear you.
Thank you so much for the section.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Please, I would like to ask, when do we apply SQL and Tableau to a particular data set?
Why do we what?
As in, when do we apply SQL and Tableau to a particular data set? when you're
Okay,
trying to analyze
interest.
a particular data set? When do you apply such tools?
Okay, let me open this. So interesting. In my experience, okay, so when you have a very big data set, okay, that's the old truth. That's the honest God's truth. When you have a very big data set to work with, and you need to extract vital information from it, or maybe in fact you don't even need to extract, but you need to still work with everything, but to you know what was the word now? To reduce the data that gets to face you every now and then you need to come up with use all of those other tools, the SQL, the Power BI and all. It helps you reduce what appears every now and then to you by forming dashboards and all. So you can always have small image to pretty much come at you, and then from there you already know what you actually what is included in this, in that, and in that. So that's in my experience, and I think that's actually how it works. So unlike Excel has its own limits. If you use Excel for very complicated circumstances or data sorting, it might crash. That's one thing about spreadsheet tools. They have their limits, they have their capacity. So some gets to a particular level and they will crash, and you would have to start up again. If you're lucky, if you've been saving, then you just come right back to where the system had actually remembered that you had worked to, and then continue from there. But that will be a waste of time. And also, if it's a large data set, then use other tools to work with. Yeah, that's what I can easily say to that. Okay, I don't know. Who asked the question again?
Yeah, Yoli. I think guess she has
All right, I don't
unmuted.
know.
So at this
Okay,
point, Avola Shali said you should take it to the second to the last slide where you talked about data being an oxygen.
okay,
So,
all right. I can always do that.
so yeah,
I
Yoli,
don't know.
does
Yeah,
that answer
exactly.
your
I was going to
question?
ask that. Did he answer, or is there something I didn't say that you love that I say? She's not speaking. Why?
I guess you can just move to someone else. And maybe
Okay,
and you can unmute yourself.
all right. Yeah, Miriam.
I don't know, all of them are not speaking.
Miriam is
Okay.
about to talk.
You would come
All right.
online and
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Good.
Good
Miriam.
evening.
So, thank you for the amazing session.
Okay,
My
amazing.
question, it was amazing because this session is like directly related to the course that I studied in school. So I
Interesting.
was listening in much. So as someone that deals a lot with data, that is data analysis and all, where
Yes.
like where especially can you apply it, or which area of work do you think it is needed the most? Something like that. That's my
Amazing.
question.
So
Yeah.
the one answer to that is just about anywhere, to be honest with you. Like I think in one of the slides I had actually mentioned that data, let me see the slides that speaks to that now. Oh no, could it be here? Anywhere actually, trust me, anywhere. I think it was one maybe when I was talking about tech and all. Anyway, I think yeah, this is it. So major economic driving organs such as governance. In governance, you have data importance. In business, data importance comes in finance, you have it, healthcare, tech, just about anywhere, education, anywhere, healthcare, anywhere. Informal sector, if you are liaising every now interfacing with those in informal sector, because you are from a formal space, you want it to better informal sector. you're coming from a place of, being what now, illiterate, being awakening to education and all. So you want to tackle your problem or their problem from a place of efficiency. What makes you efficient? It's your data analysis power or strength or knowledge. So that makes it. That's. I'm just trying to even narrow it down to the sector that we may not even think about or want to, reason or look at, is it important? It's actually important anyway. To be honest, in my opinion, it's actually important anyway. I'm trying to, now your question is coming. I am really, really, I'm stalling. My answer is like this because I'm using my head to also think that could there be a one sector that there's absolutely nothing? Okay, even in church, you would need data to actually, I mean, church would want to look at where maybe they're getting more, revenue from. Okay, it could be okay whenever they do this at this moment, there would always be more this thing because I mean, what literally would drive gospel is money. So you cannot rule that out. So I'm trying to just look at it that where would you say data could be less? It may now the level of what now the level at which you get to need it may probably now not be at the same terrain or at the same level pretty much, but trust me, you certainly need data, ability to actually use data and then interpret it and all everywhere. So I think your data analysis skill, it will help everybody. Trust me, just about anywhere you find yourself. Yeah. So yeah, Yoli, I would come back to you. Maybe has Abiba spoken or Latifa? I
So
don't know.
Not,
Abiba,
I've
Latifa,
not
Tika.
go.
Okay, Abiba, yeah, you
Evening,
can actually
sir.
speak. Yeah, you can
Thank you
speak.
very much for giving me small headache because the explanation is just, oh wow, well done, sir. I know
Thank you very
it's
much.
it's not easy because you want to give us all and there's no time
Correct.
and it has to be practical. So thank you very
Yes.
much, sir, for the session. Really
Thank you very much,
appreciate
mom.
it. So my own is concern because I don't know, how do you create an interactive dashboard? Just like, because as you are creating this one chart, I'm seeing how you are going back and front to repair one or two things. So I don't know how many time, or how, I don't even know how to put it.
Okay.
How do someone create an interactive dashboard and
Maybe
it will not take much time? Like, how can I do that?
I think one of in one of the slides I had actually said it that you don't actually arrive at it one time. So there's actually no crime. If you're good with creating dashboard, fantastic. So because you're good doesn't necessarily mean that you won't make mistakes and all. So I don't think there's actually anything because it's yours. I get the fact that efficiency is quite important. You want to do it one time and forget about it. So I think that will come with experience and you constantly doing it. But believe you me, if you make an error here in making a particular dashboard, I don't think it's going to be bad to come back to, correct it once you identify the error. I really don't think that there's much headache to actually take upon yourself when you're creating dashboards, and then you now encounter errors and you now be like, I understand, I do understand that it could be problematic sometimes. You could have actually gone far and then I begin to, for instance, let's not even talk about dashboard. Let's talk about, say, for instance, you're using pivot table, you're using a VLOOKUP, for instance, just using some of those basic commands, not even pivot table, just using some of those basic commands, all right?
Yeah,
You are
with
done it
KPIs.
and you're about to launch it. Sorry?
Hmm.
You're about
I
you're
said
about to
with
launch it.
KPIs.
Yeah, you're about to launch it, and it just tells you that, look, this it just gives you one funny response, and you'll be like, where exactly did you just have to go back and then adjust it again. So, and I'm so sure by the time you get to over and over, I believe, I mean, I've also, in fact, recently, I think today, I was learning something about filling blank spaces in a particular data set. At the same time, all right, I never knew before. People on this call might even I'll be like, oh, really? And that's actually how it works. So it's quite complex. Excel is quite complex. Spreadsheet commands are quite complex. Spreadsheet usage is quite complex. Okay, so uh, level of experience will be different. That's to be honest. In a particular room, you could have like four people there seated using the same spreadsheet tool. Would the four of them would have different level of experience. So experience, it comes with experience and all. So I'm just trying to tell you that I wouldn't say that at what point. I really can't. I don't think I'll be able to tell because with the error I make today, I would not want to make the same error tomorrow. It doesn't mean it means I've not learned. Okay, so I would like to make a new error tomorrow. So, uh, saying that maybe there will be no error again, no, no, but it should necessarily not be the same error. Okay, so
Okay,
I think
sir.
that
Then
yeah.
another thing is it has been like a year now that I've interacted with a data.
Okay,
And I'm just feeling like I cannot even create any dashboard.
why?
I'm
Why?
just feeling I don't even know what command to give, like to get something, what to add up to get maybe the total, to get the top 10 or top 5, or what to add to what to create a pivot table that will give me something. I don't even know. The command is going.
No, yeah, I know, I understand with what now? Okay, I think I have this open here. I understand with usage or long time using something, it could have an effect on, but believe you me, I think I traveled one time and I didn't use Excel for a while. When I returned, it was like this, it was like, where do I start from? But I think over time, I came back again. But honestly speaking, I understand where you're coming from. I just think it's just, dusting yourself up and then getting back on your track. Believe you me. For instance, basic Excel what now? Usage, for instance. You have let's just use this for instance. Change percent. I want to get from this change value here, from this particular this thing here. Let me paint this as this. I want to get a change percent, for instance. So maybe for a long time I had not done it. Definitely, I know I need to consult maybe people. Yeah, a couple of people I should, or maybe one person if you're lucky enough to get one reliable person around. Just tell you, oh, take this step, and you fill it in, and you'll be good. I really don't think that. But what I'm trying to say in essence is this: your worry shouldn't be much of a worry, to be honest. I think you have the solution to your worries actually on at the tip of your finger. It's just, getting back to work. I feel it's just getting back to work, and you'll be good
Okay.
for, I that's just my thinking. For instance, look at this. So you have this, and then you have the formula gotten. I mean, you have the formula inputted, and you have your answers generated and all. And
Mm.
and life goes on, and you just move from depending on whatever you want to do, eh, right? If your pivot table, you want to improve pivot table, for instance, it already tells you a new worksheet and all, and then
Um,
it pops up, it comes
but
up, and
Lindsay, I
then
think you have to wrap up with
with
because there's
sorry,
another
okay.
person across the time.
But really, trust me, Abiba, I don't think you have
Thank you
much
very much.
problem.
I've gained
Trust me.
clarity. Thank you very much. I've
Trust
gained
me.
clarity. Thank you very much for the session. Thank you,
Yeah.
Matthew.
Latifa, so that we
And I
can
think
get
thank
this,
you so much. I understand the fact that data is everywhere, and
yeah,
most organizations they need data analysts.
yeah.
So I will be glad if you can share a roadmap to become a data analyst.
Okay. All right. So I think everyone where it all starts from is learning that you've learned, and I must have said it in the slide. which you know already. It doesn't end with, it is actually never level. But from it may come with certifications and all. So that's, by the way, learning is quite important. You keep learning every now and then anyway. Then you look for opportunities to practice. I mean, I have a couple of people. By the way, I am not a data analyst, right? But I see myself using some of their tools, okay, to help myself at work. Not all of it, but just some of it. Now, I know a few people, a few of my friends who are data analysts, and everybody just looks for opportunities to study, to learn, and from learning, maybe from platforms in the network. When you network, you get opportunities. All it takes for you to be good at data analysis is consistency, and the commitment to actually want to grow. Okay, so I think that is pretty much it in summary. Having a step-by-step approach to it, I don't know if I'll be able to diligently or perfectly give you response. Okay, but trust me, you are done with you are not even done with the learning. You keep learning anyway, but you've gotten to a particular level, an exceptional level at data analysis. Of course, for you to test your exceptionality strength, you need to practice, and for you to practice, you need to get jobs that would essentially. So you have to put yourself forward. Thank God you actually did some LinkedIn optimization yesterday. Believe you me, for you to have your LinkedIn optimized, you have those skills, Abby, right? So if these skills are not there, uh, it's like you are just overselling yourself. And when it now happens or matters that you now need to replicate whatever you had said, it becomes difficult. So you need whatever you're putting out there, it needs to be what you actually know how to do. So you know how to do them, opportunities will come, of course. So it's just uh, I'm so sure yesterday's class might have told you that there's a particular column or section in LinkedIn that would your account that will allow you to put your skills there. You put it there, opportunities will definitely come because thank God for the algorithms that this platform uses these days. I would always get jobs, okay, that relates to what I'm doing currently now on my LinkedIn every now and then, and if I'm interested, overseas job, remote local jobs, I'll get them. When I'm interested, I get to put in, apply to them, and I think that's just about it. So it's quite important that we keep learning. Learning doesn't, end. We keep networking. It's quite important and keep putting ourselves in the positions for to meet opportunities. There are many companies, thank God. In fact, it's actually one of the in vogue jobs now, uh, uh, data analysis. So you would always have opportunities around. Trust me. Put yourself in a position to actually get those opportunities when they come around. That's just important. And LinkedIn will actually help you. Your socials will help you. Your Instagram will help you. I have people who do things, create dashboard and or put it on their what now WhatsApp page. It's just to draw attention. Oh, you actually know about this. Oh, thank God, I have you at the back of my mind. Whenever I do need one, I can only consult you. So I think that's actually how it applies. Okay. Yeah, Yoli, apologies if I'm not calling the name correctly. Only how many more hands can we take?
Okay, so that's why thank you for that. Yayoli, do you still want to speak?
Or is it the hands you raised initially? Okay, I think she wants to.
Good evening, and thank you for the presentation. I know how data analysis presentation can be and all that. I want to know the difference between VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. I don't
Okay.
know if you, yeah, thank you very much.
All right. Okay, let me just say it in words. Hopefully you get it. So VLOOKUP can only get you information in one way. Most times it's always what now? Um, Vertical. Okay. I think we actually have HLOOKUP as well. Aside just VLOOKUP, we have the HLOOKUP, we have the VLOOKUP, and also it's just one way direction. But XLOOKUP actually goes. That's what X pretty much has strength over. Well, that's why X pretty much has strength over the V and the H. So it can go either way, but the VLOOKUP would always be one way. It's unidirectional. All right, so it's just one way. Um, So let me just do this quickly.
Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you so much, Olumide, for
Okay,
that section.
we can't do any of the practical
No, your
class anymore.
invitation.
So
Thank you for the practical and insightful class. So please, thank you so much. Please, I have posted the the post assessment form in the chat.
okay.
So please, can you? So and this is our usual practice. I'm going to allow everyone to unmute now and say thank you to our trainer, and then also we are going to take pictures as is our usual practice. And can you stop sharing your screen?
Okay, all right, yeah, sure.
Okay, great. So you all can unmute and say thank you. And meanwhile, also put on your cameras and let's take our picture like we do.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Put on
Thank
your
you so
camera
much.
and let's take our picture.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you for making it
sir.
easy.
Thank you. Thank you so
Please
much.
still put on your camera. Let me take pictures. Please put on your cameras.
Sir, she's
Thank you, sir, for the session.
Thank you very much. Everyone is laughing. This is very impressive.
So thank you so much. So we've taken the pictures. Thank you guys. We made 2 days to go to the end of school for now to my new boot camp. And let's see you tomorrow and Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
We
Take
appreciate it.
care.
Love
See you
you.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Ensure you fill the form, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you so much, Olumide. Thank you.
Good night, coach.
Ah, oh, you. I wouldn't.